shall we?
I use the pistol because, again, it's another reskin and it's got no advantages nor disadvantages. However, I do use the winger from time to time because the winger, it's really good for escaping, especially when you get those jumps when you pull it out, because you jump a lot higher and you can jump over fences or whatever to get away from your enemy. And the ham shank, because it's just a reskin, it's just I have to have something down there, so I got the ham shank. I have to get something to my melee. Now, his mobility and speed jumps is the next one. So I'm going to be talking about right now, guys, how he is great at what he does. The scout, the advantages that he has over other classes is crazy amount, that you can actually kill a lot of classes if you know how to use it wisely, especially the heavy. People say heavy is overpowered sometimes. However, if you use your speed and jumps, which is what I'm going to discuss, you will beat the heavy. I can tell you that now, because I've done it so many times. I had to practice a lot, and I've got it down pat, I think I understand it now, but there are obviously better scouts than me. I'm not the best scout in the world. There's just some tips that I know that I can hopefully help you guys with. Now, the scout, he's very, very fast. The heavy is very, very slow. We're using the heavy as an example. Now, heavy can take a lot of damage. He's on 300 HP, or 300 HP, I think. Yeah, 300 HP. The scout's on 125. So, when you think about it, not a very good ratio there for scout and heavy. However, if you use your double jumps and your speed together as an advantage, you will beat him, because you can get so many meat shots with against the heavy that you'll be so close at him and moving direction, so he won't be able to hit you and slow you down. Now, when you double jump, guys, you're going to double jump and hold D and A. Don't use W and S. That's what I never do. That will slow down your momentum immensely. So when you double jump, hold D, so you strafe around him, so you do not go in the same direction, and use your double jumps to your advantage. You know, when you're jumping off the ground and you're jumping into the heavy, maybe jump back or jump sideways. Don't jump forward all the time, because he will know where you're going. He'll figure out your pattern and take you down and be waiting over his crosshair, sorry, for where you're going to be. But if he doesn't know where you're going to be, then he's obviously going to die, because you're going to use all these meat shots, which is what I'm about to get into, to kill him. Because when you double jump, guys, into him and you shoot one bullet or one pellet or whatever it is that the scattergun shoots, so I forgot, but if you shoot that and then quickly move away because the scout's fast, he will not get you, and you already take down, he would have already taken a meat shot, is what I'm trying to say, guys, and that takes down a lot. I think it's 2 or 3 meat shots and the heavy is down already, as long as he has no overheal. Otherwise, just go for the medic first. Now, that's how he counters other classes like the heavy, because again, guys, the speed that the scout has is just, it's immense. It's just an advantage in its own, you know, for the scout, especially with the meat shots that he has. So, and the pistol is there, guys. If you run out of clip size, do not use your pistol until you run out of clip size, okay? Please. If you're going to use your pistol from a distance, you can do that, but it depends on the class that's coming at you. You can do it to a heavy just to sort of, you know, get his attention, but you don't want to really get his attention anyway, because you're going to be running up against him using your speed and jumps to, well, jump and get meat shots at him. So then you can finish him off with the sandstone special or whatever pistol you have. So yeah, and the winger is another great deal to the speed boost and jumps that this scout has, because when you hold out the winger, you'll be jumping higher than ever than the scout usually does, unless you have the soda popper, which does crazy amount of jumps, like 6 jumps, but that's not what we're going to get into anyway. The winger is a great mobility weapon for the scout, if that makes any sense, because the scout, like I said before, guys, his jumps is one of his great advantages over classes, and with the winger, that just becomes an extra plus side to the scout's jumps, because you can jump a lot higher, and when you jump a lot higher, he's going to have to look higher, and then you're going to change direction again, which is going to make you go higher again. But as you change direction, he's going to have to turn around again, and by the time that happens, you had already taken him out, so it doesn't matter. Now, the way I aim, guys, is, for one, I never use my mouse. I mean, obviously I have to click M1, button M1, because that's what you use to shoot, but I never ever use my mouse to move around when people are jumping. Always, if you look at my scout videos, you'll always see me keeping my crosshair straight, locked onto the middle, and I'll be using, instead of using my mouse, I'll be using my WASD keys to move around, and as soon as the enemy gets into my crosshair, I will click and it'll shoot him. So that's all you have to do, guys. If you're really good with the mouse, like I'm not fantastic with the mouse, but if you're really good with the mouse, then you can use your mouse, and it becomes even easier for you, because you'll be moving around and using your mouse. But at the start, before you guys get into that practice of, you know, doing 1v1s in MGE, which is another thing I'm going to get into with your mouse, just use your WASD key, because that's a really good thing. That's a really easy way to get used to it for the scout, the speed and the jumps that he has. So you get used to the way he is, and then you get used to the way you can play as well with him. So if that works for you, that's pretty much, guys, whatever works for you. If you're good with the mouse, then you're good with the mouse. If you're good with both, you're good with both. You know, it doesn't matter what you're good with as long as you're taking out the enemy team. So, you know, now let's get into MGE. That's where you do get a lot of practice from, guys. Now, MGE is it's just a 1v1 thing. All you have to type in the server browser is MGE. It'll come up for you straight away. You know, there's so many servers, they just click it. You might have to download it, but that's pretty much it, guys. You don't need much other tips on how to join that server. All you need to do is just type MGE in the browser server, and you'll be in a server like that anyway. So you can 1v1 people as scout. Get your friends as well, you know, 1v1 as scout. Say, can you help me 1v1 as scout, or 1v1 as other classes, so then when you get into a pub or lobby, you'll know how to counter that class. So that's enough for this video, guys, for the scout inner tips video. Also, one thing before I go, let you guys practice your inner scout. If I missed anything, ask questions in the comment section, please. I don't know if I missed anything, but maybe you guys wanted a question that needed answering. And if there is enough questions down below, I will make a part 2 to the inner scout. If not, I'll answer them individually down below. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Hopefully you guys learned something, and I hope to see you all in the next one.